So we started a company that created a library of CAD files. We built a tool to allow engineers to find the right part they're looking for and then get the CAD file into their design just by downloading off the web. The productivity improvement that you would give to these engineers is just incredible, and it is. It's just changed really from a design perspective. People don't even, that do it today, they don't even think about the fact that it was never once there, right? There was the birth of the internet. There was money available, so the venture capitalists were investing in web apps and so on and so forth. I had the kind of desire to do something on my own. I didn't know what necessarily, but I had that desire. I think it's just part of who you are sometimes, you know, how you grow up probably. And in my household, when I grew up, it was all about work. It was never college, right? It was like the dinner table conversation was what job are you going to get? It wasn't what school you were going to go to. I was not at all set up for this life, right? I basically kind of drifted through high school. Went down to the Navy recruiter, and he sent me down to take some tests, and you know, I came back, and he said, you know, you're really smart. And I was like, what? You know, nobody really ever said that to me. It was crazy. And he says, you know, you're pretty smart. You know, you could actually operate a nuclear reactor on a submarine. I said, wow, really? And I signed up right on the spot for 6 years. When I was 18, I went right in the Navy. I think afraid is the wrong word. I think the right word is you have to make that decision, whether it's right for you or not. Now I know how to run a business better than I did back then, but I think my partner was more on the business side, and she had more of that desire to understand the business. And of course, we hired a CEO for the first company. We didn't do it on our own. We went out, we got somebody, and we raised a little bit of money. We got somebody to come in that had a lot of experience to help us build the business. And then that was a good mentor. You know, you start learning that way, and you realize this can be a lot of fun too, you know. Building a business can be a lot of fun. You know, you just have to have the single mindset. There's just, you know, like quitting is just not an option. It's quite frankly, that's what it really comes down to. So you don't even have it in your vocabulary to like not go for it. Yeah, I sacrificed a lot. I sacrificed a lot of time with family and friends and money and, you know, my racing and just a lot of stuff. I gave up a lot. But I never really said, gee, I wish I wasn't here. We got the product we wanted. We didn't get what was best because we had money. So when you get VC money, you're kind of forced to make some very specific gambles. And sometimes they kind of force you to gamble because they want a big hit, and you may not want that. You know, you may want to go more slow and steady. So actually having money allowed us to make a mistake, right? That we wouldn't otherwise made. There was a good in between. You know, if you could have a small business, but at the right time have access to $1 million or a couple $1 million, I think you could really do something. So it's probably, you know, perseverance, the ability to put on your game face, motivate when it's tough to motivate, because it's easy when you're jacked up and so on, and then kind of the passion, you know. So make sure you're working for the right thing. You're not just doing it for the, you know, the money, because it's not going to work. You know, I don't know any better way to be successful than do what's working and do more of it. You know, in some things I'm successful, in some things I'm not, quite frankly, you know. I think success is just, it's too hard of a word to define. You know, it's kind of like maybe I'm successful here because we're running a business that's working, but there's a lot of things, you know, you give up. And so I'm not sure there's a right answer for that. Go for it, quite frankly. Building a successful business. Hiring the wrong person when you know it's wrong. When you get an engineering degree, you can do almost anything because the whole world's about solving problems. That's all I do all day long here. So that's probably the best advice I think I ever got. Stay safe. Don't take a risk. Glass of wine. Oh, the Bold Night Bistro right down here on First Street. It's good.